What's going on, guys? Hunter here with Goodman Lawn Care. Hope you're having a great day. No, I am, kinda. Had to take the mower to the shop yesterday and got some pretty expensive repairs we got to do on it. So I got my old mower in here and I got my dad's mower in here, and I'm about to show you what went wrong with it exactly, and how we're gonna fix it, and kind of a little bit of information about my mower. So before we get into that, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and smash the like button, because it's gonna be a good video. So roll the intro and get into it. So this is my dad's mower and that's my mower, and there's two major differences between these mowers. They look the same. The hydros are the same, the decks are the same, most everything's the same. I mean, there's a few minor differences, but there's one major difference between these two mowers, and I'm about to show you what it is. And so the other day I was on my mower and it was smoking a good bit. And, you know, I thought it was just because we hadn't cranked in a while and whatever. And I got to looking at it, and the whole back of this engine right here was smoking. And I noticed it had an oil leak coming out of this gasket right here. And so I was like, okay, you know, we'll stop running it for today. I'll get somebody to replace the gaskets and we'll be good to go. And I was going to go ahead and replace this gasket too, even though it wasn't leaking. I figured they both have the same amount of hours on, and if this one's leaking, this one's going to be leaking if I don't fix it. So I was going to replace both of them. So I took it to the repair shop, and they were going to replace both of them. And he got looking at it, ordered the parts, and as soon as he took this one off, he noticed that the head of the engine was cracked. And so, as you know, that's a pretty significant problem there. You know, it has to be fixed. And so he said, I'm not going to be able to do this. You're going to have to take it to the dealer and let them do it. So that's what I did. Took it over to Tuscaloosa yesterday, and Tuscaloosa Lawn Equipment, and they're doing the repair work on it. But the reason this happened is it makes sense, but it's a little bit confusing at the same time. So I'm going to show you this motor right here. You can see the exhaust pipes coming in right there, and then the exhaust is right here. And then I'm going to show you this one. So you notice the exhaust pipes are different on here, and there's not a clip holding on to the engine from the exhaust right there. And on this one, the exhaust pipes are just straight, and there's a little aluminum piece that goes on right there that holds the head on. So just by the looks at it, you're thinking that this one's more supportive and whatever, but in reality, this is my newer mower. I bought it last year or the year before last, I can't remember, but they put flex pipe exhausts on these. And so what the flex pipe exhaust does is it allows the engine to, it's kind of like suspension for the engine. It kind of allows the engine to move a little bit. And because what's happening is when you have that bar that's going in right there and holding on that little aluminum piece, there's so much pressure on that head right there that's what's causing it to crack, is the way the dealer explained it to me. So I'm going to show you this one more time just so you'll know what I'm talking about. So all the engine and everything, just from all the, you know, rough and everything, is on this plate right here. And so this plate is pushing up against that engine so hard, and when you hit bumps and stuff, and that's what cracked the head on this engine. And I talked about, you know, I talked to him about, you know, how we're going to fix it and everything. Obviously they're going to replace the head, but who's to say that it's not going to do it again? And so I have two mowers. Of course, this is my dad's mower, and that's my mower. But my other mower is the one that's getting worked on, and it has the same exhaust as this one. So there's no flex pipe exhaust or anything. It's just this one. So he asked me, he said, would you be interested in putting a flex pipe exhaust on there? One of the newer exhausts with the flex things on them. And he said that would prevent this from happening again, and it would make the engine last longer. you know, because you're not going to have this piece pushing on there and it's not going to crack the head. It's not as likely to crack the head. And so that's what I went ahead and did. Pretty pricey, I'm not going to lie. It was up there. I mean, it was up there. It beats the price of, you know, having to put a whole new engine or buying a whole new mower. But I think for the flex pipe exhaust and the new head, I'm going to be looking at somewhere between $1,200 to $1,400 to get that repair done. So that's a lot. That's a whole lot in my books. But did get some pretty good information on everything. A brand new Exmark Lazer Z X Series 60-inch deck, either the 801V or the 850V. I can't remember which engine he quoted me on. Runs about $16,900. So one of these motors right here would cost me about $16,900. I think this one right here I paid around 12, 13, somewhere in there. So obviously a big price jump. Everything's jumped up in price a lot in the past couple of years. I'm sure all y'all know that. But that's what a new mower would cost. So to me, this $1,200, $1,400 fix is a whole lot better than having to buy a brand new mower. And so anyway, just wanted to kind of film this video to show you all that. I thought that was pretty interesting because when I first bought these mowers, this mower, I did a big video on it, and I kind of explained everything and what I thought this, you know, right here was. At first I thought it was for like carbon emissions and all that stuff and everything, but and that might partially be what it's for, but I think it's mostly for holding this engine off that, and that kind of being the little suspension for the engine there is kind of what that is. So anyway, that's that. Wanted to explain that to you, and we're gonna get this thing fixed up pretty good. It is gonna take, they said, 2 weeks to get the part in and then 2 weeks to put it on. So we're looking at about a month roughly to get the mower back, which it might be a little bit before then, might not. He said they were about 10 days behind right now. So I don't know, but that's what we got going on right now. Anyways, that's what we got going on. We've been super busy working on equipment. I've been trying to get the trailer worked on. I got a lot of repair work. I'm trying to do it. I have wired in some new lights on it the other day. Kind of doing some work on my racks and everything, tightening them up. Got a lot of repair work I've been doing lately on my equipment, getting it ready for spring. So hadn't really been posting many videos lately. We really hadn't been doing a whole lot of work. I mean, we've had, man, I don't even know how many inches of rain we've had. I mean, it's rain after rain after rain. And then I think next week it's supposed to rain every single day next week. So I'm sure it's like that everywhere right now. This is the worst time of year to have to get anything done, but we do have a leaf job coming up here pretty soon as it dries up enough for us to do it. I will film that, and got some mini excavator work coming up too. Got a little bit of everything. So anyway, but that's what we got going on with the mower. I'll give you updates as I know. Another repair thing that I've got going on right now, I want to mention this, is my Husqvarna chainsaw. It's a 550 XP. Y'all seen it on the channel a couple times. It's been in the shop for about, man, probably a month and a half. I mean, it's been a solid month and a half, maybe even 2 months. And for a chainsaw, that's insane. It's getting worked on over in Tuscaloosa too. I think it's at Northport Power Equipment. And the deal with that is the, you know, it's auto-tuned, and so it has basically a computer in it, or you can hook it up to a computer, and so it's a little bit more complicated to work on. It's not just like a simple chainsaw where you can just go change the carburetor out and all this and everything, because any part you change out on there, the computer has to regulate it back to run with everything, because like the saw runs perfect. I mean, it's auto-tuned carburetor on it, so it runs perfect, just like it's supposed to. So in order to do that, they have to, every part they do, they have to hook it up, and so just not any mechanic can work on that. So I had to take it back to the dealer to get it worked on. And so the problem with that is they're waiting on parts. It's just been an ordeal. So hopefully I get that back pretty soon. I talked to him yesterday about it, and he's supposed to give me a call back today or tomorrow and discuss with me what's going on with it. But anyway, maybe we'll get everything fixed and running good before spring. Hope so. I am going to be buying some new equipment this spring, some more weed eaters. maybe another blower, and a few other things, hedge trimmers and stuff like that. So I'll keep y'all updated to film that whenever we do it and all that good stuff. And so I think that's about it. Just want to hop in here and tell you all about what got going on and everything. And I filmed a couple videos in the shop. This is the last thing that I'm going to end this video because I'm just rambling on at this point. But I have filmed a few videos in the shop, but I have not done a full shop tour yet. And that's the reason. The reason for that is my shop's just kind of a mess right now, and the bathroom's not finished yet. We're still kind of working on that a little bit. Got a few tweaks and stuff going on in there we're working on, but when we get it done, we get the bathroom done, and I kind of get it cleaned up a little bit, I will film a full shop tour video, show you how I've got everything laid out, organized, and everything, all that good stuff, and y'all get to see it. All right, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.